Alright, so this is our lab 2 again. We're going to be doing chapter 13, problem 2 of the programming problems. So for this one wants us to write a program list class to implement a to-do list. So with our to-do list, once we finish everything and run it, it should allow us to add things to it, delete, and to mark things as done, partially done, or undone. So we're going to it. Line 5, displayed in menu. We're going to avoid that because we don't want it to show up at the end. We don't want display menu to show up. And we have, for our library, we have on line 7 to add the item on one line 2 to mark item as done, 3, mark the item as partially done, 4, delete the item, 5, print the list, 6, exit, and at the bottom, we're going to allow the user to input their choice. So we have integer main right here for the to-do list and the choice that we're going to be going over, and also the index. And for line 22, we have a while loop. So if it's true, for the display menu, we're going to input your choice, and it should be able to see if your choice will be inputted properly or not. So now we're going to go to line 27. So these are our different choices with dealing with what we talked about on top. So we have case 1, allowing you to enter your task. So the output is going to be to enter your task, and you're going to be able to add based upon the other files that we have, which will allow you to output to add the task to the list on one line, then break. And we also add the output statement to enter the index of the item and mark it as done. Once again, it's going to read from the file. And also too, for your index should not be bigger than your to-do list size. That's why we have your index should be greater than 0. And also your index should be less than or equal to with the to-do list. So just keep that in mind when you're doing it. Your file size should always, with your index, should always be less than your to-do list. And once again, it'll show if it's marked as done or else invalid item number. Then break. We also have case 3 right here. So you're going to be able to output to enter the index item marked as partially done. And once again, we're going to use an if statement to use the index and explain the size of the index, how it needs to be less than the to-do list size. And once again, this is also for the partially done section. And same things go for case 4, dealing with the item of the list to be deleted. If you want to delete, again, if statement, having an index, make sure the index is less than the to-do list size. Read from your file, and it's going to allow you to, if properly, the item will show deleted from list, or else it will show that it is an invalid number. Then break. Case 5, it shows the to-do list that we want to print and break. And then on case 6, it will have exit if you would like to exit. So here we're going to click on our other files. And these files are what's also going to be implemented to our main program that's going to be read. So that way it can add things to our to-do list. And this is going to be your list. The first one was to do items. Once again, we have a certain size for that. And this is the list right here that we're going to use. And as you can see here is explaining how we're going to, on public, it's going to show how we're going to add items, delete items, and also print the items out. once everything is done, you can go here to print and it's going to allow you to enter your choice. And like I said, you'll be able to add an item, mark is done, partially done, delete an item, print an item, or if you want, you can exit as well.